there was an incident where 3 children were stabbed outside the Gael Skull up in Dublin. An 11-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 5-year-old. They were stabbed by a 50-year-old, for want of a word, he's an Irish citizen, but he's not of Irish origin, best way to put it, but still an Irish citizen all the same. Now, with this, then a load of passers-by quickly subdued the man, took the knife off him, and waited for the Gardaí to arrive, and the man was taken off to custody. And the 3 children were taken straight to hospital. Now, we have to remember that there was 3 children stabbed. That's the whole thing that sparked off the whole incident yesterday. So, with this now, the 11-year-old was released, and both today now, this morning, according to news, the 5-year-old is still in critical condition. So let's all think about her, and hopefully she'll pull through. Now, with that, riotings sparked off. Far-right protesters, these would be the anti-immigrant protesters, they congregated in Dublin and they started protesting against immigrants. Now, things completely escalated. There was clashes with the Gardaí. There was a car set on fire. There was a bus set on fire. Now, the one thing is that there are opportunists out there, scumbags, who will try, just for a laugh, just so that they can try get away with their part in the mob mentality, where they go out and all they want to do is just violence. Now, the whole thing escalated. There was fireworks thrown at the Gardaí. According to one of the videos I saw, there was a Garda car on fire as well. A bus driver was dragged from his bus. His only crime was that he didn't look white. He didn't look Irish, which is unfortunate because he probably was an Irish citizen as well, especially if you're working for a bus air. It doesn't matter what colour you are, you're still a bus driver, that's it. And he was dragged out. I'm not too sure whether he was beaten or not, but the bus was set on fire. Now, also, there was a hotel set on fire which was housing immigrants or refugees. Now, the whole thing about the protests at the moment is that there's a load of immigrants coming to Ireland. Other countries are just shipping them off to us, and there's a growing resentment to this because it is increasing too much pressure on our resources, and yet the government is still bringing them in for whatever purpose it is, but it's more than humanitarian, I can tell that much. But that's besides the point. My opinion doesn't really matter here. I'm just trying to report the situation as it is. Now, as we go along, this is where scumbags really went. Today, 24th, is Black Friday in Dublin. A load of shops last night got broken into. There was pictures or videos shown of looters with their hoods firmly up over their faces so their eyes are only showing, breaking down shop fronts, ripping up security barriers and security rails, getting in, and the inside, now all young people, all opportunists, all scumbags, and raiding everything, taking everything they could. It was very reminiscent of the London rioting and looting that happened there, I think 10 or 15 years ago. Now, also this morning, the government are saying the problem is with media, social media. I have a problem with that. It can't be social media's fault. The platform was there, it was abused. It's the same as a person pick up a gun and shoot it. Do you blame the gun? No, you blame the person who used the gun. You can't use the gun. It's the same as if there was no social media, they're going to use a telephone. They're going to use flyers. They use some form of communication anyway, no matter what, to get the people to rally. That's what's going to happen no matter what. That would actually impact on our freedom of expression. Whereas if the government are policing what we think or what we're allowed to say, then it's a dictatorship, not a democracy. But that's besides the point. Basically, it was scumbags that caused all the looting. They put them up themselves, film themselves on social media. You probably see all the videos on TikTok and so on and so forth, and where they're happy out just destroying local businesses. So this morning, there's a lot of Dublin actually is going to be bankrupted because they were using today as a foreign business. No, this is a bit of a rant. I say no, I'm not far right, I'm not far left either. Basically, if you're a good person, get on with life. If not a good person, well, you know what you can do with yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a politician, if you're a banker, if you're a carpenter. Okay, if you're a scumbag, you're a scumbag, full stop. And that goes to the rioting that happened yesterday in Dublin. So, rant over, Gormagot, and Slongafold. I'll talk to you all a bit later. Gormagot.